Will Canelo Alvarez finally meet his match in Terence Crawford? Canelo Alvarez has bulldozed his way through weight classes and challengers alike. But many are now wondering if Terence Crawford will be the first man to really test the Mexican superstar in ways fans have never seen before. Because when these two titans collide on September 2023 at the T-Mobile Park in Las Vegas, Nevada, it will be intriguing to see how Canelo deals with someone who has all the tools to dismantle him. Someone who possesses elite-level boxing skills. Switch hitting ability and defensive genius that might just be the perfect antidote to Canelo's calculated aggression. Someone who has the uncanny knack for exploiting his opponent's weaknesses and capitalizing on their slightest lapse in judgment. And fans can't wait to see what happens. But here is why some experts believe this will be the most important fight of Canelo's career and how Crawford could potentially outclass the pound-for-pound king. Let's get into it. Terence Crawford vs. Canelo Alvarez is a clash of styles that promises fireworks from the opening bell. Crawford, known for his slick boxing skills and knockout power, will face off against Canelo, a relentless pressure fighter with a granite chin and thunderous punches of his own. Crawford's unorthodox southpaw stance and aggressive style make him a dangerous opponent for any fighter, but especially for Canelo. The Mexican superstar is used to dictating the pace of the fight and overwhelming his opponents with his size and strength. However, Crawford has a unique ability to switch stances and fighting styles on the fly, which will keep Canelo on his toes and prevent him from settling into a rhythm. This element of surprise could be the key to Crawford's success in the fight. Crawford's defensive prowess is also a cause for concern for Canelo. The American boxer is known for his shoulder roll technique, which allows him to slip punches while simultaneously launching his own counter. This makes him incredibly difficult to hit cleanly, which could frustrate Canelo, who relies on his jab to set up his power shots. If Canelo cannot land his jab consistently, he may struggle to find his range and power in the fight. And this is where things get interesting, because Crawford has proven in the past that he can shut down even the most fearsome of strikers. Take, for example, his last fight against Errol Spence Jr. In that matchup, Crawford used his superior footwork and defensive skills to frustrate Spence, who was widely regarded as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world at the time. Crawford was able to limit Spence's opportunities and capitalize on his mistakes, ultimately winning the fight by TKO in the 9th round. It was a masterclass in defensive boxing that left many fans and experts in awe. And it's not just Crawford's defensive skills that make him a tough opponent for Canelo. He also has the ability to control the pace of the fight and dictate where it takes place. Crawford prefers to box on the inside, where his size and strength are more pronounced. However, he is also comfortable fighting on the outside, where his footwork and technical skills are more effective. This versatility will make it difficult for Canelo to develop a game plan and stick to it. The Mexican superstar will need to be prepared to adjust on the fly based on the circumstances of the fight. Moreover, Crawford is a versatile fighter who can adapt to different situations in the ring. He has fought and defeated opponents with different styles and has shown that he can adjust his own fighting style accordingly. For example, in his fight against Shawn Porter, Crawford was able to switch to a more aggressive style and brawl with Porter in the later rounds after realizing that his opponent was fatigued. This adaptability will be crucial in the matchup against Canelo, who is known for his relentless pressure and ability to wear down his opponents over the course of a fight. Crawford will need to be able to weather the storm early on and then adjust his game plan as needed to exploit any openings that may arise later in the fight. Another reason Crawford is a dangerous opponent for Canelo is his knockout power. Crawford has a devastating one-punch knockout ability that he has showcased throughout his career. In fact, he has a knockout percentage of 64, which means that he can end a fight with a single punch more than half the time. This is a scary proposition for any fighter, but especially for Canelo, who has never been knocked out in his professional career. If Crawford lands one of his signature left hooks or uppercuts, there is a good chance that the fight will be over in an instant. Therefore, Canelo will need to be on guard at all times and cannot afford to let his guard down even for a second. However, despite the challenges that Crawford poses, Canelo should not be counted out. The Mexican superstar is a skilled and intelligent fighter who has overcome adversity in the past. In fact, Canelo has faced tough opponents before, such as Gennady Golovkin and Floyd Mayweather Jr., and he has come out victorious in both matchups. Canelo is known for his ability to take punches and keep coming forward, which means that Crawford will need to be at his best in order to keep him at bay. There is no doubt that Canelo will come into the fight as the favorite. After all, He's the pound-for-pound king and has not lost a fight since 2013. Canelo is also a massive puncher with a knockout percentage of 57, which means that he can end a fight with a single punch nearly 60% of the time. If Canelo is able to get inside Crawford's guard and land a few clean shots, the fight could be over in a matter of seconds. So what does Crawford need to do in order to beat the great Canelo Alvarez? Some experts say he needs to control the distance. One of the keys to beating Canelo is to keep him at a distance where his power punches cannot reach. Crawford has the advantage here as he is a southpaw, and his unorthodox stance will make it difficult for Canelo to predict his movements. Crawford also has the advantage of being taller and having a longer reach than Canelo. If he is able to use his jab effectively and keep Canelo at the end of his punches, he will be able to limit the damage that Canelo can do and increase his chances of winning the fight. Crawford also needs to stay focused and disciplined. Canelo is a master at wearing down his opponents and exploiting their weaknesses. Therefore, Crawford cannot afford to make any mistakes or become distracted. He needs to stay focused on his game plan and stick to it regardless of what Canelo throws at him. If Crawford gets caught up in trying to brawl with Canelo or becomes overly aggressive, he will be vulnerable to Canelo's counterattacks and could end up losing the fight. The bottom line is Crawford has the skills and the tools to beat Canelo. If he can control the distance, stay focused and disciplined, and take advantage of his opponent's weaknesses, he has a real chance of coming out victorious. But as mentioned earlier, Canelo is a skilled and intelligent fighter who has overcome adversity in the past. So Crawford will need to be at his best in order to beat him. The fight is shaping up to be an epic clash of styles that could go either way, and fans can't wait to see how it all plays out. What do you think? Do you think Crawford will dethrone Canelo and claim the title of pound-for-pound king? Or do you think Canelo will prove once again why he is the best in the world? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, before you go, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.